Hi, Neal Isaacs here, VR Business Brokers, the Raleigh Business Broker. Today, I want to talk a little bit about business brokerage in general. Normally, I come on, I do these quick tips for business owners who are looking to buy or sell their business and want to understand the process. But today, I have a different audience, and that audience are people like I was when I got into the business brokerage field, people who are former business owners, or maybe they're coming out of a corporate environment and they're thinking about getting into business brokerage. I do a lot of phone calls with individuals like this, just talking about the career, the profession. It's a very unusual profession, business brokerage. And candidly, I love it. It's a lot of fun. We're doing deals. We're putting together buyers and sellers. We are learning how people make and spend their money. Everything's confidential. And we're helping people through some really big decisions. It's extremely rewarding to the business owners who sell. It's extremely exciting and scary to the business buyers who buy and to the business owners who sell. And we're right in the thick of it. So today I'm going to just dive into what is it like to be a business broker, to get started new in business brokerage, to persevere in business brokerage. I just want to speak a little bit about that. And I invite you to direct message me or to share in the comments your questions, thoughts, concerns. But yeah, so let's just jump into it. Business brokerage, essentially, in my opinion, it's kind of a sales role. It is not for the faint of heart. It involves calling a lot of people and hearing the word no and asking them to hire you to represent them. It takes a lot of trust for a business owner to trust a business broker to sell their business. They have to have confidence that you can get the job done. And you'll have to convince them that you do have the skills to do that, the resources, the knowledge. And sometimes when you're getting started, you just don't have that. So how to gain those skills and to launch a successful career, it takes a lot of education. There's a lot of franchises that can provide that education if you want to go that route. There's also organizations, regional and the international Business Brokerage Association, that can help you there as well. The IBBA or your regional Business Brokerage Association. And you can talk to other business brokers like myself. One thing about the business brokerage community is most of us are, because there's not a lot of us, and for those of us who've made it a few years, we know how incredibly hard it is. Most of us are pretty open to speaking to people who are considering getting into the field. You want to be respectful with our time, obviously. But for me personally, I enjoy those conversations, and it kind of reminds me of how far I've come. When I got into this field, I interviewed probably 40 different business brokers. And I was listening for the good and the bad. I knew there would be some who were not happy, and I wanted to hear exactly what their frustrations were. That was part of my process. I took detailed notes from that. So if you're thinking about a career in business brokerage, I would ask yourself, if you are a salesperson, if you're willing to have conversations and ask for the business, that's a huge part. And I want to encourage you to have a lot of conversations with business brokers and to go to some of these events, these Business Brokerage Association conferences and their online components. I know mine does webinars. The CVBBA.com does a lot of webinars, and wherever you are in the country, you probably have access to that as well. And I would encourage you to join your local associations to get the most out of it. So what is business brokerage outside of a sales role? Well, we also wear a lot of other hats. We are financial analysis guys and gals to a certain extent, in that we have to understand how books work. I can tell you that when I ran my small business, the first one that I sold, I did not understand my books. I didn't understand the difference between a P&L and a balance sheet when I ran my own business. And it's interesting because many business owners are like that. They can't exactly tell you how they make money. They know there's money in the bank account, but they can't tell you exactly what their cash flow is. And that's something that we as business brokers, intermediaries have to help them with. So business brokerage is a lot of financial analysis, and you can learn that. There's a lot of ways to learn financial analysis through courses, education online, through resources like Ron West's Business Brokerage Press, through the IBBA, through the franchises. That's the basic education that you want to learn, is how to determine cash flow, and then where to find comps, what a business with a certain cash flow sells for. So we do some financial analysis. You have to be confident in that, or at least know somebody that can help you with that. And then another thing that we do as business brokers is we are emotional therapists. As an intermediary, and I think this is one of the fun things, we are coaxing people through these emotional roller coasters. Your client, you will be the therapist, and your client will be on the couch, theoretically, right? So you're going to tell them that it's going to be okay. You're going to tell them that this is what happens at this point in the process. You're going to tell them that maybe we lost that buyer, but this is what we learned. You're going to tell them that we just got an objection, and that's a good thing, because we do sales by overcoming objections. And we've been here before, and we'll get through this. You're going to go through these ups and downs with them, and you're going to make some friends because of that. To me, some of the clients that I've represented the sale of their business, I am so close with them because we went through this process that takes often 6 to 9 months to do. And we got through to the other side. And in the beginning of that relationship, they told me what they wanted to accomplish. And we talked about if I was the right partner, and ultimately they chose me. And then we met a bunch of people along the way, and we found the right one, and we got the deal done. That's a lot of fun, but that is an emotional roller coaster. And as business brokers, as intermediaries, we are the voice of stability, and we are the consult, not just knowledge about business brokerage, but about balance in emotional support that our clients need. They're busy running their business, and this is a lot of hassle and stress of selling a business. And it's our job to manage that for them and to prioritize who we need to devote our attention to. So to me, that's a big part of business brokerage. And if you're thinking about being a business broker, you want to ask yourself if you have those soft skills to be able to balance and to help an owner through that emotional journey. It's not for everybody. So what have we done so far? We're salespeople. We're financial analysis people. We are therapists. We're marketers. We are marketing not just ourselves, but our businesses, how to find new clients, not just can we close the deal with a client, but can we go out and find new business? If you're an office owner, that's going to be extremely critical. If you're part of a bigger office, maybe leads are coming to you, but for the most part, we are uncovering new leads, and marketing is a big thing that we spend time on. And then we kind of wear this hat of police officer. And that once we have a client and we're trying to find the right buyer, we're constantly interviewing buyers. In most cases, we represent sellers, and we're asking, are they the right buyer? And are they doing what they say they're going to do? We're policing their behavior. You said you were going to sign this document. You said you were going to follow up with me at this time. You said you're going to make an offer. Did you do that? Do I give you more rope? I'm judging you, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, based on your behavior. And if what you're saying, if you're coming through with that. So there's a lot of this behavior of policing and controlling the situation that we do. It's a very controlling role that we have as intermediaries, because we're very focused on using people's resources and time the most efficient way. And there's a lot of time wasters, and when people are going to buy a business. So I'll add that hat as the role of an intermediary. And candidly, I put myself in the role of the buyer quite often, especially early in a conversation with a seller. I'll say, okay, I'm going to take off my business broker hat. I'm going to put on my buyer hat. Why am I going to buy your business? What am I getting when I buy your business? We have to have that objective view if we're going to represent sellers in an efficient way. So those are just some of the roles that I can think of. I wanted to do a little different video today. So I'll end with this. If you are thinking about leaving a corporate role, if you just sold your business and you're like, wow, I could be a business broker, check out some of those resources that I shared. Reach out to me directly. I'll share my experience. I'm an open book. I'm happy to talk to you about my role to become a business broker and where I'm at in my career. And think about if this is a good hobby for you. We need more business brokers. There's a shortage of business brokers. So, I'm speaking on behalf of the industry carefully to just say, we're looking for some great business brokers, and maybe you could be the one. But before you jump into this pool, make sure you're well equipped. Make sure you got your floaties on. So, well, obviously that's the end of this video. This is Neal Isaacs of the Raleigh Business Broker, inviting you to connect with me with your questions about business brokerage. Thank you for watching. Until next time, signing off.